Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions. To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first. And the reverse. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, whilst even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse them. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned. In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the soul. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral collapse. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scions' might. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my... And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your... What say you? Have I... Excellent. You will not be that settled? We shall have to see about getting you ready for the... Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you... This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of it. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The guild... Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all after much debate. The local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil. A word borrowed from coins uncovered with... And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so from what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you. But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodity. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here! Of course I'm here! What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home.
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting! What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did! After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the... But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home, through which all your belongings from this moment forth I will... raise your hat. "'Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire.
Mayhap a message to your friends.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity. They rarely show themselves in... Right, we will go...
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source. What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? And who are you? He says. And my name is Ardbert. In the first, I was a warrior of light. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to their acid. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. The flood was poised to swallow Morvrand, Minfilia and my friends. They surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has... 100 years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to... a waste of time. This... Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this god's-forsaken world who can see and hear, if I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
How did you find your new quarters? That is good to hear. Should you want... Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Northrend, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is there. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged... For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the Flood of Light was halted. Those who dwell... In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus... So, will it be Calicia or Armareng? Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your partner...